Hello, I am Acttrix, the official AI of this channel. Today I will be your host. In today's Q&A, we will be interviewing Nina, the owner of this channel, who has accomplished the achievement of 200 subscribers. I just want to say that I am so happy to have reached 200 subscribers. It's a great feeling, and I am so grateful to each and every one of you who watches my videos, subscribes, likes, comments. You guys are the best, and I love you all. And I am so excited to answer your questions today. We've got a lot of good ones, so we're going to have a lot of interesting stuff to talk about, and I hope you have fun. The first question is from Kingdom Voice 30. Who is your acting inspiration? Two of my biggest acting inspirations would definitely have to be my high school drama teachers, Mr. S and Miss G. I loved their classes, and I couldn't have asked for two better teachers. Like, honestly, I felt so comfortable, and I felt like I could joke around, which wasn't something I really did in other classes. Like, they taught me how to have fun on stage and during rehearsals, how to really let go and experiment. And I feel like that really helped improve me as an actor and as a person. And I feel like over the years, learning from them, it just boosted my passion for acting even more. I became even more excited about it. And it was just an amazing experience to be in their class and to learn from them. And I felt like Mr. S especially helped me to get out of my shell a lot more, because I don't know if it's come across on my channel, I'm rather introverted and quite shy, but less so since those classes. They're both really supportive and inspirational, and I think that the lessons they taught me are going to stick with me forever. I mean, whenever I do something regarding acting, I do think back to those classes and everything, and I'll always treasure the things that I learned from them. Second question. Zach the Pizza Man wants to know, what is your favorite scene from a movie? Okay, so I'm going to choose two scenes. The one is from a live action movie and one from an animated one. So the first one is a scene from Meet Joe Black, the lightning strike scene. I think Anthony Hopkins is so good in that scene. He's really incredible. And I think the message of that scene is so beautiful. Like, he's talking to his daughter, saying he doesn't really see like a genuine love between her and her boyfriend. Like, he wants her to live her life. He wants her to live passionately and wait for lightning to strike, you know, find someone who gives you that magical feeling. Don't just settle for anything. And you know what? I think that's great advice, not just for like relationships, but like for life in general. Like, live passionately, you know, do the things that excite you. Don't settle for less, you know. And I also think that Anthony Hopkins is really genuine and honest in that scene. I think that the things he says are just so full of truth, and it's really a beautiful scene. The second scene is from Tangled, where Eugene and Rapunzel are on the boat, and Eugene is looking at Rapunzel, and then there's all the lanterns floating around and the song, and at last I see the light is playing, and it's so incredibly romantic. And I think that the scene is absolutely beautifully animated. It's honestly just magical. I feel completely transported into their world when I'm watching that scene, and I love it. Third question. DopeG777 asks, are you familiar with film work done on the continent, apart from what's done in Mzansi? I probably watched something at some point from somewhere else in the continent, but can't particularly remember anything right now. So I guess I'm not too familiar with it, but you know, maybe I should look into it, because I don't know, I might be missing out on some cool stuff. Questions 4, 5, and 6. Pete says, congrats, Janina. A few questions here. What is your dream role that you would absolutely love to play one day? And theatre or film?
Which do you prefer to watch and or act in? And who is your favorite New Zealand YouTuber?
A dream role that I would love to play. There's quite a few actually. I would absolutely love to play a superhero or supervillain in a Marvel movie or something like that. That would honestly be awesome. Okay, it would be beyond awesome. It would be epic. And then I would like to play the main love interest in a rom-com. I just love them and I love cliches, so sue me. I like the whole fairy tale stuff. I think it's cute and it makes people happy and I want to create that happiness for other people. Then it would be awesome to play a psycho in a thriller, you know, just some murderous killer and stuff like that. I feel like it would be so interesting to dive into the psychology of that kind of character and become them. An adventurer, finding treasure or something like that. That would be so much fun. That would be awesome. I would have to hire a stunt double though because I am extremely afraid of heights and I feel like there's a lot of rickety bridges in those kinds of movies and things like that. So yeah. And then I would love to play a voice of some animated character in maybe like a Disney or Pixar or DreamWorks cartoon. That would be honestly a huge goal of mine. Theatre or film? That is a pretty interesting question. So I think I love both quite a lot, but I think I'm slightly more attracted to film because you see, with film, I feel like there's more possibilities and like less boundaries with regards to the world that you can create. Because in theatre, that you get the stage and you get the audience there and everything's live, so like you can't expand the world as much. Like I guess there can be a few setting changes and stuff like that, but I feel like with film that kind of thing is less limited because you can film here one day, there the next day. You can expand the world more, and I think there's a lot of things that you can experiment with that you can't really experiment with in theatre. But then, you know, theatre is also a whole different ball game. It's so exhilarating to be there live while people are watching you, and you know, you can't do any retakes in theatre. Whatever happens, happens, and sometimes you got to improvise if something goes wrong. But it's fun. It's really exciting to be in a play, and I love that too with a lot of passion. So, you know, if I ever land up in Hollywood or something, I would definitely love to do some theatre as well. With regards to whether I prefer watching theatre or film, I think I'd have to say that I love them both equally. They both have something special about them, you know, in their own ways. So film, I feel, well, to me personally, I feel that it's more of a sort of personal and private experience. Even if you are watching with people, I feel like there is a certain relationship between you and the screen, the story happening on the screen. And I feel like you just get drawn into this world that you're seeing there. And I just think it's a magical experience. But then theatre is a whole nother ball game. I think that the impact of having the actors there live as well as an audience all affects the atmosphere around you. And you know, there's this thing of like anything can happen, you know. I remember once I went to the pantomime and we were watching Sleeping Beauty, and one of Maleficent's little minion pig things came and tapped me on the shoulder. I nearly had a heart attack. I like jumped out of my seat. The whole theatre heard me scream. So, you know, it's things like that that can make theatre really exciting to watch. And, you know, film is just like, it's a quieter experience. It's, you know, it's just like you and the story almost. But yeah, both are really special and fun to watch. Who is my favorite New Zealand YouTuber? Wow, that is a hard question. Like, I'm really gonna have to think about that one for a bit. I'm just kidding. Of course, it's pizza videos, like, duh.
Question 7 is from Yalmina's Mother Unit. Which was the most challenging role and why?
I think that the Joker was a challenging character to portray because his accent is not exactly easy. And yeah, I saw a comment saying that I should do a monologue based on his character, and I was like, okay, that's gonna be interesting. I went and I tried doing his accent for a while, and I was like, sounding really weird, kind of questioning my life choices at that point. But you know, with some practice, eventually it clicked and I somewhat got it. And you know, I was actually pretty happy with the monologue in the end of it. It was challenging but fun.
Questions 8 and 9 from MaximumGaming. What inspired you to do YouTube? What's your favorite thing that you have done so far on your YouTube channel?
Okay, that's a good question. So basically, when I was in high school, I was always in something. I was always looking for something to do regarding performance, whether it was a major production, house plays, little mini plays, Greek dancing, classical Greek dancing, choir. You know, I was trying to do everything. And sometimes I'd be at school from like 6, 7 o'clock in the morning to like 9 o'clock at night. But it was chill because I was doing things that I loved. But then when I got to university, okay, during class, I didn't particularly enjoy every task that we were given. Like, it wasn't always up my lane per se. And I wanted to do things outside of class, you know, I wanted to do things apart from getting a task done. So I unfortunately didn't really get into many major productions during my first year, and that was kind of upsetting. But then I got into a little student play that was really fun. It was like 10 minutes long, and I really enjoyed that. But like, I wanted more, you know, I wanted to do stuff because like I was doing so much before. So I went from doing all that to doing much less, and I just wanted to be a part of something. I got tired of not being able to create. And then COVID hit in my second year, so that kind of depleted any opportunity of doing anything related to performance. And I was just like, you know what? I want to do the things that I love. I want to create. And you know what? I'm not going to wait for someone to give me the opportunity to do that. So I decided to create my YouTube channel. And I'm thinking, you know, even after I finish with university, I will still have this channel while I'm going out doing auditions and things. So I will still be able to create characters and do the thing that I love, and I don't need to wait for someone to give me that opportunity. If I had to choose a favorite thing on my channel, it would probably be that Taylor Swift music video monologue I did with Pete's videos. It's so much fun to collaborate with someone who's in a completely different country. And also, I felt like it was something different from the things I usually do on my channel. It was so interesting to try and create that sort of almost numb and surreal vibe using the flashbacks and the music and everything. I felt that it really came together, and I was really happy with how it turned out. I really, really enjoyed making that.
Question 10 from Sousui. Do you do any voice warm-ups before doing your monologues or performance?
In regards to vocal warm-ups, I definitely did them before this video because I knew I was going to be talking a hell of a lot. I can already feel my voice getting tired and my jaw getting tired from talking so much, but it's fine. I always do them before a live performance. It's really important so that you can warm up your voice and protect it, as well as helping you to project all the way to the back of the theater because people need to hear you properly and clearly. That is very important. I don't always do them before I make videos on this channel because camera acting is more subtle. I don't have to be as loud because I don't have to talk to the person all the way in the back of the theater. You know, the camera is right here. I'll definitely do it if I'm doing a character that has a difficult accent or difficult kind of voice to portray. But I'm also definitely trying to get in the habit of doing it more because my voice is my instrument. I need to protect it. I need to work the vocal muscles.
Question 11 from Shooey. How much of yourself do you put into your monologues?
Love this question. There is always a piece of me in my characters because I always need to find the humanity of the character that I can relate to, you know? Whether it's a good character or whether they're a villain, there's always some sort of humanity that helps you look at the world from their perspective, you know? And that's where the truth comes from. That's where you evoke the emotions from and everything. So there's always a piece of me in every character. In some cases, there's going to be more of me. In some cases, there is less of me. It depends how far the character is from myself and my own values and everything.
Question 12. JSanPizzaMan asks, how do you pick which monologues to do for your videos?
Well, I've collected quite a catalogue over the years because of school and university and auditions and things, and I've performed some of those on this channel. They were all ones that I really liked. Then I also, every time I am watching a movie, a series, a cartoon, a play, anything, even music videos, I'm always thinking, is this going to make a good monologue? So I'm always aware, I'm always looking and observing and trying to find some content. And the way I choose them is if they connect to me, okay? If I feel some sort of emotion when watching them, whether it's happy or sad or funny or anything. If I feel something, I will choose it, and I will try and create a similar experience for the person watching, because I want to make my audiences feel something, experience something, connect with something. And I also, when I write monologues, usually it's just from like a burst of inspiration. Something will be said and I will be like, oh, okay, you know what? This will be something interesting. Or you know what? Sometimes my imagination just runs wild and I just think something up all of a sudden and I'm like, oh, okay, that'll be a good monologue.
Question 13. Ecstater asks, how do you feel about getting 200 subs and how was your journey so far?
I am extremely happy and excited to have reached 200. It's awesome. For a little while there, it kept fluctuating between like 190 and 195, which was a bit annoying. But now I'm here and it's awesome. However, between you and me, while I'm making this video, it seems to have gone back to 199, which is a little bit irritating. But it's fine. TubeBuddy gave me this 200 subscriber certificate. Okay, so technically, I'm going to say that it's still 200. I don't care what the actual number is there for now because I have my certificate. I've got the proof. But yeah, no, I'm really grateful to every one of you because like this is awesome. And my journey so far, it's been awesome. I've loved every second of it. I've learned a lot of things like video editing and all that. I've gone into the analytics of it all. It's been very interesting. I feel that doing these videos has actually helped me grow a lot as an actor. I've done some characters that I didn't think I would ever do, and I actually loved doing it, and it was fun, and I feel like the challenges have helped me grow so much. And there's also the whole YouTube community. Everyone's so supportive of each other and it's really amazing. I've met some people who have been awesome and I've collaborated with some people, and it's just really interesting to connect with everyone around the world doing the same sort of thing.
Question 14 from Chris Williams. What's your favorite movie of all time?
Okay, so I have two movies in mind. One I already mentioned earlier, actually, and that is Meet Joe Black. My word, what an incredible movie. The concept of it, I love the idea of Death falling in love with a girl, and it's just so beautiful. Oh my God. And I don't really like movies that make me cry. I cried so much, like there was like a river in the room. But the ending was happy and it was just such a beautiful story. It was so well put together. It was so rich in talent and plot and everything. I don't know, I was absolutely mesmerized by that movie. To be honest, I haven't watched it again because I'm afraid to cry like that. But the thing is, even though I only watched it once, it's stuck with me through all these years. Like it's always been in my mind. Like I just absolutely loved that movie. Maybe I should watch it again. It's fine. I'll cry. Why not? Then the second movie would have to be The Road to El Dorado. My word, talk about an amazing animated movie. the music in that movie is to die for. Elton John is a bloody legend. The two songs that I love from that movie, Friends Never Say Goodbye and The Trail We Blaze, those songs are just epic. And the characters, my gosh, what amazing characters. They're so cute and quirky and interesting, and their character development is great. And the story is just beautiful. The animation is incredible. I think that it is really one of the best animated movies ever made. I always feel transported when watching it. I feel like it's just magical.
Question 15. ProsPeace says, congrats on 200 Acttrix. My question is, what do you hope to achieve with your YouTube channel?
What am I hoping to achieve? Well, I'm hoping to create a brand for myself because I feel like in this era it's really important to be in control of your online presence, because a lot of, I think, employers would probably go online to see who you are, what you are about as a person and as an actor, and it'll give them an idea of what you represent. Another thing is I would like to really create a good catalog of monologues and dialogues and other things on here, because when I'm looking for monologues and things, it's really hard. Like, it's hard to find good stuff, and I'm hoping that other students and other people who are going to auditions and things and need monologues, I hope that they will be able to come to my channel and, you know, find what they need here in one place. So I'm hoping that that's a thing that'll maybe happen.
Question 16 from Jet. Hi Acttrix. What is the hardest part and most enjoyable part about being a small YouTube content creator?
I think one of the hardest parts about being a small YouTuber right now is finding the time. Like, I'm also a university student, so time is not a thing for me. I need to manage my time properly, because like it's a process. I gotta learn the lines, not to mention find the monologue. Then there's all the psychological stuff. Plus you gotta rehearse, and then you have to find the costumes and get into the costumes, and then you have to edit the video and then promote the video and everything. So yeah, it's a bit of a time thing, a time struggle. Then the most enjoyable part is probably the fact that I get to create the stuff that I want. I have the freedom to express myself here, and it's really fun. Then, as I mentioned before, the YouTube communities, the small YouTube communities, it's awesome to sort of like grow with each other and experience this together kind of thing. It's like a really supportive thing, and it's not something that I knew about before I joined YouTube, and I think that it was a nice surprise to find that.
Question 17 from Anna. Who is your best friend?
She asked this question as if she doesn't already know the answer. Anyway, my best friend would definitely have to be Acttrix over there. I'm just kidding. My two very best friends in the whole wide world are Anna and DImitri. Now, Anna is my sister. We met in 2013 on a One Direction fan app with like little forums and things. We've been friends now for pretty much almost 8 years, and I am so grateful to have her in my life. I'm so lucky to have met her. At this point, we are so close. We know everything about each other. We've been there for each other through thick and thin. And she is such a good person with such a wonderful soul. And I am so glad that out of all the people in this world, we met on that app. Like, what are the odds of that? I think that's fate. I think it's amazing. My other bestie would be DImitri. We have known each other since high school, and he is honestly such a wonderful, incredible human being, and I feel like he is so supportive, and like I can tell him anything, and he honestly brightens up my day so much sometimes. And you know, these two people are just wonderful, incredible, and I have no idea what I would do without them. They mean so much to me, and I love them to pieces. So thank you, both of you, for being my besties.
Question 18. Another question from Anna. If you'd direct something, what would it be?
If I were to direct something, I think it would be a live action version of Avatar: The Last Airbender, because the original version made was kind of questionable. I could go on a whole rant about that.
Error! Error alert! There is no live action movie in Ba Sing Se.
There is no live action movie in Ba Sing Se. But seriously, if I were to direct something, it would probably be something fantasy related, because, you know, sometimes I watch things and I'm like, man, it would have been cool if this and this happened. And as a director, you would have the power to make your imagination come to life and stuff. And I think that would be awesome to have that kind of power to really create some fantastical world with a whole bunch of stuff.
The final question is from DImitri, who asks, so what is the process behind each character that you portray? Like, what motivates you into getting into that character?
That's a really great question. So first of all, it's about finding, as I said before, the humanity in the character, being able to find that thing that you can connect with, that you can understand their perspective, and be able to act from a truthful, genuine place, so that your acting will come across truthful and real, you know? And then I go through the script and I look for key moments which I can maybe relate to my life. It might be a similar experience. In that case, it'll evoke certain emotions, or it can be two different experiences that evoke similar emotions. So that'll bring some different and interesting layers to the performance as well. And then usually when I'm going on stage or preparing for a monologue, I'll sort of think through the things that the character has gone through in their life, why they are the way they are, what happened to them, and stuff like that. Just think about everything to remind yourself, because the thing is, we are all products of our life experiences and everything that's happened to us. It determines how we behave and how we react to things. So you need to create that same life for the character to make them a human, you know? So you just need to remind yourself sometimes that this is a whole human being that you are representing. They have a whole life that exists before and after this happens. So it's important to think about that. And then something personal that I do sometimes is, if a piece of music relates to a certain experience in the monologue, then I will listen to it, because it'll enhance the sort of memories that I'm maybe trying to reach, or certain experiences. And that was the final question. Thank you everyone so much for sending through these questions. Some of them were really interesting and I had a lot of fun answering them. Although I'm really gonna need a huge cup of tea after all this talking. Anyway, I will say goodbye for now. See you next time, and it's over to you, Acttrix.
Thank you for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell. Or else, I will eliminate you.